The political analyst Samna Sambo has reacted to the claim that by the governor of Ondo State and the chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC Governors Forum, Rotimi Akeredolu, that only the governors that are close to Nigeria's president-elect Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu were carried along in the zoning arrangements of the ruling party, as the analyst hinted that it was because of lobby that governors Nasser Elrufai and Abdullahi Ganduje fought the cause of the former Lagos governor. Sambo had said, "You see that the complaint by Akeredolu actually goes to say that it's only some people, some influential governors that are close to President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu that are pulling the strings. You could have seen Ganduje following Bola Ahmed Tinubu everywhere. Do you think he is following him just for fun? Well, these are parts of the things he has been ceded that position." Sambo, who spoke during an interview on Arise Television, hinted that there has been some arrangements between Tinubu and his close allies, such as Elrufai and Ganduje, even before the conduct of the February 25th, 2023 presidential election. According to him, the governor did not follow Tinubu to his campaign, neither did they fight his cause just to prove their loyalty. He hinted that the APC bigwigs were fighting for their own interests. Sambo hinted that it might be the reason why the seats of the Deputy Senate President and the Speaker were zoned to the northwest, where both governors come from. One of the seats was zoned to Kaduna, and an ally of Elrufai was named the consensus candidate, while an ally of Ganduje was anointed for the second seat, leaving the North Central out of the arrangement. He said except there was an agreement, it would not make any sense for me or for the Northwest to clinch to seats when the North Central has been left out. You see all this nonsense they do, eh? Had it been they are doing all this rubbish among themselves, and yet they are doing the bidding of the people, it would have been better. Say, okay, whatever they want to do, I better let them do at that level. The most important thing is that the masses will benefit from whosoever that is being put there, or the chess they are trying to play. But unfortunately, you and I no go get shishi, nothing, nada. We are just speculators. Just be abuse. We are just spectators. Yeah, we are just spectators looking at them. Spectators like a football fans. You just be talking, this one played it like this, oh, this one played it like this. I'm a fan of this, I'm a fan of this, whatever. That is all. It ends there. Nothing for you. Nothing for you. With all this nonsense, that's always been the same problem. We are doing the same thing over and over again, and you expect different results. No, it's not going to happen. Tinubu should be careful of mostly Elrufai if truly he wants he wants to he wants Nigeria democratically. My advice for Jagaban is to distance himself from Elrufai, really, or else this piece of advice is too late to be embraced by Jagaban. The die is cast already. If you, okay, they go see tell you now history now say if no be there, they don't, if Tinubu for no be there. One day they go see leak the secrets now. It might take 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, depending on how cooperative Tinubu can be. If not, they go tell her in history. But when the same Elrufai and Ganduje were busy sticking out their necks to condemn the Naira scarcity and redesign meant to prevent Tinubu from winning the election and brought untold sufferings on Nigeria, you never blame them. When it comes to politicking in Nigeria, the Northwest politicians knew how to play it in the Nigeria way above other zones or regions. Just like I said from the beginning, all this nonsense when the in fact it infuriates me when people are being praised unduly. With all of these things, they are the worst of their people are the worst of, and unfortunately they are the same people don't even know that these guys are playing on their intelligence. Like I said, if all of these shenanigans going on here and there, you are playing the chess, who is to be this, who is to be that, at the end of the day, that Nigerians will be beneficiaries of this whole thing. At the end of the day, it would have been better, but at the end of the day, nothing for you. Let us forget the politics, but the achievements, the same corrupt group of people, where will it take us If somebody like Ganduje with clear evidence stuffing dollar in his cloth is still being included in government, that the government, what example are we getting for the younger ones? You are right. Hopefully one day God will send us a good fearing president that will erode the political mess. Really? And you are seeing someone, there's anybody that wants to change the status quo. You people will look for one thing or the other to gum on the person. You want to tell me that Obi is not better than all of these things? Even if he's not a perfect person, but because of your tribalism, even when you see a good person, you will look for one thing, because you know that the guy or the person is going to do the needful. All this wastefulness, all these known thieves that are parading themselves as leaders, you know them, but because they are from your tribe, yes, or you will support them, you will defend them. Can you imagine? And do you really think there's a politician that is not corrupt in this country? There are many who are worse than this. Do even worse are the ones you think they are saints, who is passing comments as it's as bad as the rest. The only difference between you and this politician is they have had the opportunity, while you haven't had one in either an elective or appointed position. Well, I disagree with that reason. Let's not justify criminality and mediocrity. Okay. Nobody is a saint or perfect, but let us call a spade and not make it look like we can't see. We can't see. Let us not be blinded, but call out these politicians when they see somebody like when they see somebody like Ganduje will be in jail in society that is functional. That is a fact. Justification of criminality? No, I am a realist. That is if you know what it means to be a realist. If you are a realist, like you see, then there's no argument, because you will call a speed Gaskia. We from North Central are not bothered. We believe in an adage that says, "He who fights and run away, come another day." The name of yours didn't suggest that you were a Nigerian. A Russian missile. My own people say he will fight and run away is a coward. Most mistake ever. Anyone that is not okay. Anyway, that is not even my business. Everybody go face am. Men's bam. This side, no government can oppress me, because I know be local or hungry supporters who will still cry to us asking for some form of help. It is unfair to leave the North Central out of the consideration. Not be make na dey play.